Yo, what's going on? It's Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, tbkc, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. Now, look, I want y'all to listen to this whole video because I'm giving you something. I'm dealing a little bit here. Look, as y'all know, and this is the first part of the video, my life has been special. You know, I've been through a lot of things, a lot of murder, a lot of violence, a lot of issues, you know what I mean? I've detailed to y'all that I have my own battles with anxiety and depression and different things like that. And if you deal with that shit, man, go get you some help, for real. Like, I often talked about going to get help, but I was one of those people who would start for 2 days and then I would quit. And man, the last 4 months have been the best 4 months of my life since childhood. I mean, of course, it's outside. You know, you got those days having your kids and moments, but just feeling free, being myself, not being angry about shit, being able to work. I had a great few calls about my two of my newer businesses and one of my old businesses, you know, the tbkc. I got a chance to really see the infrastructure and everything building up on that. And you know, some things just don't happen because you fucked up in the head, bottom line. Now, some shit don't work because of a multitude of reasons, but you know, like I've gotten more done work-wise in the last couple months than I did in 10 years, you know. You have to address those issues when you have them. I'm just giving y'all that advice, man. If you feel like, unfortunately, that you want to take your life, if you want to hurt yourself, if you want to hurt somebody else, go get you some help, man. Because I know it sounds bleak, everything feels bleak at this time, but I'm telling you, if you tap in with the right people, get you some help, you're going to thank me, you're going to thank everybody around you, because you're going to feel better, you're going to feel like yourself, and you're going to start enjoying your life. You know, you have to be vulnerable in order to be strong, and it's cool for, especially, I know a lot of men don't like it, and I know a lot of people don't like to be accountable, but sometimes you have to sit on somebody's couch or sit on somebody's Zoom call and tell them, yeah, I done fucked up a few things in my life, and this didn't happen to me, fucked up, and how do I get to a better place? You know, stop sitting back and acting as if it's okay to hide that you're hurting, or hide that you're confused, or hide that whatever you have going on. Reach out to people, reach out to your church, reach out to whoever you can until you find the right avenue to take care of whatever it is you're taking care of. I mean, needs to be taken care of, excuse me. Now, with that being said, you know, I feel great. Like I told y'all, this is one of those things I wanted to get the tbkc done, and we're working, you know, we're working, you know what I mean? It's crazy, y'all just don't know. Like, I have folders of ideas, but then I would just stop because I wanted to kill a motherfucker. Literally sometimes, you know what I mean? Or I get upset about this, or I get upset about that, you know what I mean? I set up breedings sometimes and just don't follow through on the breedings because anxiety in my mind, and I'm in some dark places, and now I'm doing this shit, you know? But I do want to say this. I don't want y'all to take it as me like, oh, now shit is popping and he's acting different. But I'm doing things differently. Like, if I start to talk about breedings and it's just a waiting list, it's a waiting list. You know what I mean? I have outsourced, in a way, you know, the people to help me to make sure all of my breedings and my litters and my puppies get there. I'm also going to have somebody else pretty much running my studs, even though my studs stay with me. Somebody else will be running my studs, and you'll talk to me, but they'll be the one to make sure you're getting it done. So I'm not spread too thin. This is all part of my new plan to get things done. But also, I'm going to tell you guys this. And this is gonna sound strange, and I don't want to take. I'm in love with the community. Y'all are my people, but I'm changing the way I deal with the community. And I'll give y'all a perfect example why. And some of these people you'll know, but I'm not gonna say it by name. But one individual, and this is my honest to God, I'm like almost giving y'all a church testimony, and this is why I feel so differently about this community. One person, I go out of my way. You only give me $400 on the stud that I should have been getting $4,000 for. You fuck up your progesterone. I say, come get the dog. You do your breedings and everything. I tell you the dog has issue with his vein on his dick, basically. And you take pictures to try to slander me while I'm doing all this good for you. You know what I mean? And you continue to try to slander me through years after I invited you into my group, gave you my dog knowledge, embraced you as a friend. And even this individual can say, I never did anything to him. Then you have another individual who called me about that individual. This individual was breeding my blood heavy. He only had the one dog. I pumped his dog. You can look on my page. It's a video where his dog has 70,000 views. I never asked him for a dime. Would get on the phone with him, give him dog information and everything else. He calls me up one day and tells me about the previous guy I was telling you about and saying, yeah, his dog's got a bunch of issues, man. You shouldn't even really be promoting that because the breathing issues. And he starts sending me information, and I just brought up the breathing issues. It ended in a war with the first guy who says I never did anything bad to him. All I did is show him love. This individual that I showed love later on joins up with him. I've never done anything but promote him, and I never even did any kind of business with him. So I've got good business, I've got no business, and free promotion and knowledge to a person. He's talking shit about the guy, but literally he goes over to his side to talk shit about me with no altercation, no problem. And I'll tell y'all at the end how this all ties in. So then I got another individual who, you know, he said he was my little brother. I'm talking to him through multiple situations. Now, he did send me deposits on 4 different things, but then later on, he wanted to use one of my main studs, but I'm hearing a lot of action where he's talking about I owe him this and I owe him that. Let's break shit down. If the price of something is $1,000 and you put 200 on it, that person doesn't owe you anything. You owe them. So even after that, I said, you know what? I'm gonna wait it out before I let you use my main boy. I'm gonna spin it a little bit and see. Come to find out, he was talking hellified shit about me for no reason. This is a person that I stayed on the phone with for hours and hours, was a good friend, talked to you, got mad love for you, even offered to give you a couple of my adult females. He talked shit about the same dude who I did the free promotion, but he a sucker, man, who would do something like that. But come to find out, he's doing the same shit, and now he's chilling with them. Then I have another brother who's supposed to be my brother, my friend, or whatever the case may be. He's talking shit. Now, y'all, I know this is a lot to follow about the dude who made the deposits but was running around talking about what I owed him and talking crazy. You know what I mean? He's talking shit, talking about how this dude is broke and yada, 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 yada. And I'm trying to talk to him like, yeah, he a young dude, man. Give him a chance, whatever, whatever. So when I end up in situations, come to find out, even this individual who I've never done nothing to, my brother, still got mad love for him. But even behind my back, they're trying to work deals to get one of my studs. Never saying nothing to me, just working a deal. But he's working a deal with the individual that he was talking shit about. Don't fuck with him and this, that, and the other. And I'm not saying this to start nothing. That's why I'm not using names. But the craziest part about all this, as I rounded up, these is all people that I had love for, that I had genuine love for. And I can honestly say I never did anything wrong to these cats. These is cats that I got love for. To this day, I hope they prosper. And even the ones that'll tell you, I called them and said, look, I wish you nothing but the best, homie, but what it is a lesson in this game. Y'all can look all over the internet and whatever. I've told y'all, I literally owe 5 people in this whole game. People who paid for stuff. You know what I mean? I got my homie in Canada. You know what I mean? I got my homie Doc in Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? I got my people out in Hawaii that I have to take care of. You know what I'm saying? And some of these are replacement dogs. Some of these with other small issues. I've literally never scammed any of these people. You know what I mean? When it boils down to it is that our community is really a fucked up community. Where even the people who you look at as brothers, cool, and you think that you shake their hand, there's a bunch of snakes, man. And for that reason, everything is straight up business now. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that to sound bad, but I'm just being real. Everything from here on out is straight up business. And I have friends, and you know, I'm not going to change my personality, but I see that inviting people in, trying to be nice to them, a lot of people just have agendas, dog. And I'm never the person that if I owe you something, I don't care. I've told y'all, if I got puppies for sale, if I got a stud, you can get the shit. Who cares? You know, I'm going to make money. You going to get what you want. It's a good deal. But this narrative and all of this bitch ass shit that goes on in this community, I don't want to deal with that shit. I love those brothers. I wish them the best, but the way they operate is not a way that I want to operate. The gossip and all that. I've been in too many dark places, and I'm stepping out to some real shit. tbkc, here we come. It was great yesterday. It was a beautiful thing. But bottom line, if it's any of that nonsense, y'all gonna see me deject that shit, block motherfuckers, keep it moving. And I'm not trying to search for a bunch of new friends. It's time for business. Let's get this shit going and let's save this breed. Until next time, God bless y'all. Peace. We at y'all.